So, I was watching the Trump speech at Davos, talking to the WEF, and him and the Argentinian president there, talking to him, like them giving those speeches, sounded like one of us. It's fucking crazy. It's like, wait. Watching this unfold, like the last few days, it's like he just kind of fixed everything. Everything that was fucked up about the country, the immigration, the DEI stuff, the gender thing, like the whole, going down the list, we had the list of 10 biggest or most annoying problems, you know, that was currently facing the country or whatever. And it's like he just got in and like did all of them in like 3 days. So it's kind of weird because it makes people think like anyone could have done that, did that, fixed these things at any time. Like, you know, because you always think that there's like a lot of red tape that has to go into something like that. Like there's a lot of administration and bullshit and you have to jump through hoops. But he just kind of came in and just like fixed everything. It's fucking weird because then you're thinking like, all right, well, yeah, look, like this could have been done at any time. You know, like why didn't they fix this before? Why didn't they? It's just weird. And then like watching him do all this stuff and the people's reaction to it, you know, I start thinking, and I'm sure a lot of other people start thinking like, is he the Antichrist? And we'll talk about that when I get out of here. In the past, people have brought him up as a candidate for the Antichrist, but I never saw it. My idea was that the Antichrist would be like a real good-looking guy, younger. I didn't see Trump as the Antichrist at all. I figured it was just people that didn't like him. Same thing with Obama. A little bit more with him because of the way he was trying to lead America in a certain direction, but it gave a lot of people like inspiration. He inspired a lot of people to get excited about the country again, but not you know, no one like me. Left out a whole swath of people. He definitely had a base, you know, but he wasn't based. So the thing with the Trump, like the first time he was in, there were rumblings of it, and the only weird stuff, well, not the only weird stuff, but the thing that might have maybe made me think about it was all the meme magic that surrounded his 2016 presidency before he got in. All the stuff that was going on with the chaos magic type stuff that was happening on poll in 2016. There's just so many connections and things that tied to him from, you know, the Baron Trump, adventures of Baron Trump stuff, the tower clock was building was, just all these things that like tied in to him in that point in time in that election. It was really weird. I wouldn't even know where to start with that whole thing. But basically what was happening is it was like a series of synchronicities and things that tied together that were kind of showing that he was the guy that was going to be president or a leader or something. And it was almost like people felt like they memed him into office. It was weird. In a lot of ways it seems like that. But back then, you heard rumblings of him being the Antichrist, but a lot of people that were blown away by the meme magic of that whole thing, and it was pretty creepy. I was trying to find a good site that compiles everything, because I know there was a couple out there before that did the whole timeline of the Kek, the frog god thing, and the ties to Trump, and it was fucking madness. Like, I watched that happen in real time in 2016 on the boards as it went down, and it was just like one holy shit, this is the real life moment after another. It was fucking amazing. And I've never seen anything like that since, and I don't think any other people, especially those that have been that frequent that board, or really any board, have seen anything like that since. You know, that was it was mementics, chaos magic. It was crazy. Like every day there was something else more incredible. from the Chatelet song to just fucking the whole thing. He will not divide us was tied into that. Bain posting became real with the plane crash of a soccer team. Fucking crazy. But anyway, despite all that going on, people memeing him to the presidency, there was a little bit of talk about him as being the Antichrist, but not a lot. Now, watching him come in and do all this stuff that people want, this real popular stuff, and seemingly fixing all the problems of the country. But the thing is, he fixed all these problems that they made. Like within the last 5 to 10 years, they created all these problems. They didn't exist before. They made them, and then he came in and fixed them. It's what is that called? The not the Hilux. I'm thinking of the people. I don't know. I know what it is. Put up on the screen. It's that method of creating things that are negative just so that you can come in and fix them. It's the order out of chaos. The hydrogen. It's the hydrogen dissection. That's what it's called. It's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't say it. But anyway, what it is all these things he's fixing super fast too. Like he just comes in, all right, there's only two genders. Okay, DEI's gone. Closed all the offices. Like, how is this happening so quick? Now, I know he has that president veto thing or whatever it is. They can just write something in the law. The thing is with these presidents, it's like, in 4 years, for whatever reason, if he's gone and the other team gets in, they could just reverse it all. Like, that's what he did to a lot of Biden stuff. Just reversed it all. So it's fucking stupid. It's dumb. But it's not about long term. The presidencies and these things are just to capture the emotions of the people in the short term. It's a show. This is all, it's all WWE. All of it. Kayfabe. Like, even though I get into it and I talk about it, and I get into it and talk about it in the way I talk about, like, is the NWO red, going to betray the NWO black and white, like, and so-and-so's looking good, and this thing happened between, I'm talking about what's happening in the world of WWE, well, maybe 90s, like an NWO, but I'm talking about what's happening in the world, but I know that the whole thing, in a macro sense, is fake. It's all kayfabe, it's all made up, so I know politics is all made up. It's just so people can focus on something, and it gives them the idea that we have some hand in our slavery when we absolutely don't, So I get the whole thing, but as a storyline, in the story of politics, it's pretty crazy. I've never seen anything like. Well, no one has. I don't think anyone's ever seen anything like this before. As far as doing so much so quickly with so much, expenditure, just coming in and these really complex sort of issues, problems, just coming in and saying, no, all right, that's done, and then going to Davos and laying down the whole idea he has for bringing golden age to America. It's fucking weird because it's like, again, like I was saying earlier, it's like it makes you think like all this stuff could have happened. Someone else could have came. I mean, at any time, I guess this stuff could have been fixed. Is what you're telling me. By the previous administration or whoever had the ability to do it. These weren't complex fixes. Like there wasn't a lot of red tape there. Well, at least he's doing presidential veto right over, so maybe that's what it is. All right, I gotta get somewhere else, man. Go up here just for a minute. Of course, the early morning, and there's like nobody out here, but the people that are out here are around me, and I just feel like an idiot because I'm like, just walk up that street and a couple of people across the street, guy around me, guy in front of me, and two of them were just staring. And it's like, I just, I try to ignore it, but like even right now, like I'm just when I talk, I'm not trying to yell. It's just when there's no one else around, your voice is bouncing off everything. And plus, people see you holding the camera, and you know what I mean? Hang on a second. Currently up in the back cave, in the bathroom of the back cave, because Nia's sleeping. I was putting footage together for to see what I had to make a video, and I keep having to throw stuff out. Like the first thing I had, it was like about raced up again, and I beat that dog to death. I don't, at least give it a break for a little while. And then I was going to do one on Ammon Hillman, and it's like the second time I want to do a video on him because he's a real interesting guy. And again, when I had it all loaded up, I ended up learning some more stuff about him. Like, I didn't know he was trying to do the Babylon working. I just learned that. Like, I didn't fucking know that. I thought he was putting this stuff out there as an outraged kind of citizen, the stuff about Jesus and everything. But yeah, he's trying to do the Babylon working, like the whole thing. He's got people working with him too. And then I found all this shit. It's CIA kind of stuff where when they want to use someone as an asset, they have them die, and he's military, so that's a big red flag. It doesn't necessarily mean you're CIA, but yeah, in the video I was about to do of him, I lead up by saying he's definitely an asset, in my opinion. He's entertaining though, and I like watching him just to see his presentations. And I knew, like, ultimately he's just trying to drag Jesus, casting him as some awful person. So I knew there's some kind of, I just thought it was a regular CIA kind of op, like a Christianity bad thing. But yeah, he's trying to do the fucking Babylon working. As long as he doesn't have any bombs around. That's something to Jack Parsons. He tried to do the Babylon working. Well, actually, I think he'd given up on the Babylon working at the point where he ended up, Jack Parsons, blowing himself up. I think it was by mistake. People say he was taken out by some of the people he worked for. I don't know. There's a lot of debate about that. But yeah, that's pretty crazy. Because I was listening to a podcast that they were talking about how he was discussing the different aspects of it, and it involves kids. It's pretty dark shit. So it's like, in light of learning all that stuff, I'm like, oh fuck, I can't put this video out now knowing all that stuff, because originally the video is out. He's an entertaining guy. He's definitely an asset. He's here to make Jesus look bad, whatever. And I did my impression of him, which I'm still working on. I wasn't happy how it came out on the video, so I'd like to do it again. But yeah, I didn't, it wasn't too long or too in depth. And then I got this information here about the Babylon working, and then I saw this thing, and whatever. I mean, so I guess I got to make a new one. But yeah, everybody's talking about them. That's the only thing. It's like, I don't know. But I have thoughts too. So and they're average thoughts. They're thoughts of a C student. So and they happened in my head. So it seems like everything I fucking think of, I have to make a video of. What the hell is wrong with me? But I'm the spiritual war correspondent, so I have to, look at what's going on in the world, and just correspond. So yeah, it's not going to be it's going to be a little bit before I try to make a new Hillman video, but just thought it was interesting. Today I only had well, since I woke up, I've only had 170. So I'm getting out of weeds. I'm getting out of shit. And and get life back to normal. Because those things are rough, man. They took over. They were running the show. That is a straight up drug. I mean, I know you can buy it at the head shop and stuff, but it's not. In my opinion, it's not a kratom product either. But yeah. Anyway, this is basically, I'm doing this here to end this video, because the only footage I had that I could use after throwing away those other two kind of topics, there's no end. So this is the end. This is the end. Beautiful friend. The end. Don't blame the teacher, blame the school.